Hi, I'm Ted Raddick with the Courier Sports Department. I'm here with Dave Hahneman, and Andy Wolf sitting in this week as Brandon's out covering soccer tonight. Welcome to Week 10 of the Courier Chalk Talk. Hard to believe, we're in Week 10 of the season. We'd again like to thank our season-long sponsor, Road State College. Be sure and check their website, roadstate.edu. Some big games on tap this week, boys. In Division 7, Region 26, 7 teams have clinched, including area schools Mohawk, Macomb, Pandora, Calvert, and am I forgetting anybody? Patrick Henry. One spot's up for grabs, Andy, and it's probably going to come down to Leipzig versus Arlington, and you will be there on Friday.
I will be there, yes. Probably maybe the biggest game of the week in the coverage area, if not for Arcadia and Van Loo. Biggest game in the coverage area because of what's at stake. Both of these teams, I believe Leipzig is. I believe they're in, yeah.
Currently 8th and control their own destiny.
Yeah, they control their own destiny. Arlington has to feel like their max points can add up to.
I'm guessing they'd be in. They would have to pass South Central. They're currently 10th.
Yeah, Arlington's max points are a little bit lower than South Central's points. If South Central beats an 0-9 New London team, and they could also end up behind Monroeville, who would get big points for beating St. Paul. I don't see that happening. Monroeville has only beaten one winning team, and that's Margaretta at 5-4. I've seen both of these teams this year. Don't really know how to call this one. They both got handled by Macomb. Leipzig beat an LB team at a different time of the season. Arlington lost to LB as they picked up steam. This one always seems to have some sort of impact on the playoffs. It's no different this year. I know an Arlington team last year that didn't make the playoffs beat Leipzig in Week 10, 12-6 in overtime. So it's tough to gain a gauge on this one. Maybe you can go with the home team, but who knows?
Right. Should be a good one. Meanwhile, I'll be at Patrick Henry on Friday as the Patriots play their bitter arch rival Liberty Center with nothing less than a Northwest Ohio Athletic League outright championship on the line, and these two teams will come out and hit each other. They don't like each other. It's going to be just great football.
Great football.
Dave, the Trojans have Toledo Whitmer at home to wrap up their season.
Well, 3 of the last 4 games are against the 3 toughest teams in the league, St. John's, Central Catholic, and now Whitmer. Whitmer was picked to win the track, but they got shut out by Central Catholic about a month ago, so they're going to be in the playoffs. You would think they're sitting in second place in the league. They would like to have a shot at the championship, but they're not going to get it. But what they can get is if they beat Findlay, they're going to get a first-round playoff game at home.
Right.
So that's something for them to shoot for. They also feature some of the best talent in the league. Riley Keller, their quarterback, a cousin of Ben Roethlisberger, is being recruited by most of the schools in the Midwest at least. And they've got a defensive end named Kevon Butler, who's only good enough that he said no to Alabama so that he could sign to go to Kentucky. They've got some talent, some really good talent.
Big game at Hinklefield this Friday night, Andy. Obviously, Arcadia and Van Loo are one of our better rivalry games in the area.
It's kind of a shame that this game might not have been played earlier in the year. I don't know what Van Loo's numbers are looking at, but you have to feel like they're prideful and they're going to be able to finish the season against their rivalry. Arcadia has been able to put up some points against some of the lower teams in the BBC. Van Loo has had some success against favorable schools in their non-conference slate, losing to Danbury and I believe one of the Ridges. But yeah, hard hitting. It's at Van Loo and could be close.
Okay. Meanwhile, in Division 6, Region 22, Columbus Grove is clinched, and I got to feel that Cary, who doesn't have a pushover this week in Colonel Crawford, but if they win, they should be in.
They should be in. Let's not sleep exactly on Colonel Crawford. They might be a little bit angry about getting beat up by Seneca East last week. This is the same Crawford team that has played Winford and Mohawk, just identical 14-7 scores.
Right.
I have to feel like Cary, with what's on the line, will be able to take care of business.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a heck of a Week 10. So
yes, it is.
It should be a fun one. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Rhodes State College at rhodesstate.edu. And be sure and check the Courier.com Friday night, the Courier newspaper on Saturday morning for all the coverage. And we will see you later.